turn this into something positive and maybe it'll spread.
He's the most positive person on his job. Now you're cured.
I feel good.
Good morning and welcome to Positively Milwaukee. There are no throwaway people. That is the belief of a woman who has devoted her life to helping the homeless and the poor. Sister McCannon Brown is a visionary and committed outreach worker. She has helped thousands discover a better way. Sister McCannon Brown, a powerful advocate for the poor. She's been called the Mother Teresa of Milwaukee.
Carole, we have a society that we create ostracism. We stigmatize people for being homeless, even though homelessness can happen to anyone.
Twice a week, about 150 people get in line here at the McCannon Brown Homeless Sanctuary. They get enough food for a week.
It is a food desert. It is a serious food desert.
There's a rumor that you did not necessarily want this site named after you. Is that true?
Well, I don't ever want to be perceived as doing this for self-glorification. I don't want that. But I understand why they chose to do that. I have these conversations with God about that. You know, this is not a me, myself, and I thing. This is a we thing. We have a fun way of saying it's a G thing and a we thing.
Sister McCannon has been a champion of the underprivileged for almost 3 decades. She's seen lives changed dramatically.
There's something in them that will stop checking out of society, stop giving up, and say, I want to try. To me, I just lose my breath sometimes. Some of those moments are where I can't breathe for a good reason, you know.
Born to Protestant ministers in Iowa, her parents taught her the value of every human being.
My sisters and I witnessed our parents treating everyone the same, with the same dignity and love, whether it was a senator, a prostitute, a blue-collar worker, whoever it was who entered our door or in the church, they were all given love and dignity equally.
Brown converted to Catholicism. In 2014, Sister McCannon took her vows after the Sisters for Christian Community invited her to become a nun.
So, my dear McCannon Brown, we, the Sisters for Christian Community, call you forth to proclaim your vows to your beloved.
And recently, the Sisters for Notre Dame chose her to become an associate.
It was a huge surprise. God has a sense of humor. They approached me. You know, I just said, I think you're barking up the wrong tree, but they said, no, you fit our profile. So it's an honor, though. Oh, my gracious, these holy women that have been in this procession for centuries, so relevant, such agents of change.
Becoming a nun was natural. Her devotion to uplifting people like Raymond Woods is legendary.
I was homeless a lot longer than I expected, but she had helped me out.
Woods has been volunteering for Sister McCannon for 16 years. One night, while homeless, he spent the night in a garbage can and was almost thrown away, literally.
What stopped me from pretty much sleeping out here on the streets was this last time when I was sleeping in a garbage can. I guess the truck came and didn't know I was in a garbage can and start lifting it up. And it kind of shook me a little bit. So I knew I was ready to get disposed of. So I jumped up out the garbage can and was waving my hands to the man. He started lowering me back down. And he told me, just don't ever do that again. And I said, you ain't got to worry about that no more. And I felt blessed then. That was the ending of that, of me being homeless. That woke me up completely. I would not sleep in another garbage can, and I feel for other homeless people out here too.
Woods is inspired by Sister McCannon's determination to help the less fortunate. Board member Karen Dubas echoes the same sentiment.
One of the things that we say here at the McCannon Brown Sanctuary is to be, become, and belong. And so I take that to my heart because it can speak to everyone, you know, but when I come here, I always feel like I belong and that I can always be more than I am today.
Dubas, a retired lieutenant from the Milwaukee Police Department, praises McCannon's drive to improve lives.
Sister McCannon is a great leader. She leads with compassion, she leads with respect and love, and she is very driven. And with all of that, she comes to bring over 600 volunteers, over 60 organizations to the McCannon-Brown Homeless Sanctuary. People come when Sister calls because they believe in our mission for the McCannon-Brown Homeless Sanctuary, and they believe in Sister.
Sister McCannon laments the racial disparity she's witnessed.
All of this, where there's this huge divide in Milwaukee, which would have the majority of homeless people and people living in poverty be African American. It's time for us to have the uncomfortable conversations that reverse that. It's time for that great divide to be healed no matter what we do. The employment issues here are also shocking, and that is a loss of human potential that is colossal. The loss of human potential that happens in a resource-scarce neighborhood like this, just can't even comprehend what that would mean. So we really have a lot of intention around helping to turn that around too, of helping people discover their ability to thrive rather than live in this utter scarcity.
And after serving thousands in Milwaukee through decades of work, Sister McCannon wants us to know she has not encountered violence.
Even though there's been hundreds and hundreds of people wherever I go, we have never had one violent situation. And part of the reason is something larger than ourselves, this amazing vision of solidarity.
The lessons learned from Sister McCannon, profound.
That we are more alike than we are different, that in any given time, you know, we could have changed places.
Actually just love one another, you know, have no hate in yourself. So, because she ain't never had no hate in her, so that word hate is really messed up. So she always gave love, and I think that's the biggest part of me sticking with her, because she has a whole lot of love, and that's the biggest thing I can say, is give love.
And through the unconditional love of people like Sister McCannon Brown, our world becomes shinier, brighter. We see that we can unite when guided by the principle that no man is better than the next.
Wouldn't it be something, Carole, if we didn't have a military budget and the world were at peace, and we could spend all those trillions of dollars on making sure everyone had homes and health care? And wouldn't it be something one day for the flag of truce to be something that's held up all over the world, and we would have no more homelessness and poverty?
What a beautiful soul. For more information about the McCannon-Brown Homeless Sanctuary and how you can help, we have a link on our Positively Milwaukee Facebook page. Still ahead on Positively Milwaukee, a redemption story, the special program giving inmates across Wisconsin a second chance in life, how one prisoner is leading by example. You are watching Positively Milwaukee. Welcome back. One man with a big dream had the courage to start a new business despite the pandemic this year. And as James Groh tells us, he's finding success.
This is Isaac Winterwine's happy place.
Literally no better feeling.
The Milwaukee native is about to take a big leap of faith.
Yep, I'm trying to pursue this wood endeavor full time.
He used to run a few small businesses with his family. Now he's quitting his job to pursue his passion. He's an eco-friendly wood artist. He doesn't stain, paint, or glue his art. It's all connected with nails. When the pandemic began, he decided to invest more time into his art. Over the past 10 months, he's developed a real following and people want his art.
The art is something that is eye-catching, and then really reeling people in and giving them some inspiration day to day and some hope. That's really where I dive into. When I post this stuff online, I always pair it with a message of positivity, a message of optimism.
You can find his inspiring messages on his Instagram page, Ike Winter. You can also find it by searching for Winter Wood Co. on Etsy. And whether the leap of faith pays off isn't a concern for him.
You know, it's just waking up every day grateful.
He's pursuing his dream. That's all that matters.
There is no dollar amount, there is no job title I could have that would define my success. Do I wake up every single day loving what I do? Yes. All right, successful.
We love these messages of hope and positivity. Thank you, James. Well, more Wisconsin inmates are getting a college degree, all because of a program at MATC. Taylor Lumpkin shares a story of a new graduate.
A special program provided to inmates across Wisconsin has given 7 inmates a second chance to better themselves through higher education.
There is no better manner in which you can handle your setbacks and through education.
Next, I wish to congratulate Kyle Hanson.
Kyle Hanson received his liberal arts degree from Milwaukee Area Technical College Friday, and he did it while incarcerated.
It's really easy to fall into the trap of just sitting around and wasting time while in prison. I didn't want to fall into that trap. I wanted to make the years count for something, not just count the years.
Thanks to the Second Chance Pell pilot program, which allows a small number of colleges nationwide to provide post-secondary education and training to prisoners, Kyle was able to graduate from the program in 3 years while serving time at the Jackson Correctional Institution in Black River Falls. Kyle was convicted in 2014 for drug possession with intent to distribute.
This associate's degree, it helps prepare me for the opportunity to make a positive change in society, to work with and create nonprofits, and really just simply put, use the degree to go from being a dope dealer to being a hope dealer.
Kyle says his main motivation to get his degree was to make his family proud.
Every day I emphasize the importance of working hard in school. I call him every day after school. I would be a hypocrite to not lead by example.
MATC's Correctional Education Administrator says it's critical that educational opportunities like the Second Chance Pell program are made available to inmates to help them turn their life around.
It opens up a lot of doors for a lot of people who made mistakes along the way during their lives.
And guess what? Kyle's GPA was 3.97, and now he plans to get his bachelor's degree in business management, and he's scheduled to be released from prison October of next year. So good luck and congratulations. Still ahead on Positively Milwaukee, the dynamic duo now calling the Milwaukee County Zoo home. Plus, we have a reason to smile for you. She is 108 years old and recovering from COVID. Unbelievable. Welcome back. The Milwaukee County Zoo welcomes 2 friendly brothers. Mort and Dudley are at the African mammal exhibit. These cured river hogs are indoors for now, but they're going to move outside when it's warmer. And zookeeper Ray Wren says the duo stays cozy by snuggling in the straw.
Like any pig species, they're very intelligent. You can find them, they're wallowing in the mud in summertime.
The twins love fruit, but they're said to turn up their snouts when it comes to carrots. Okay, well, a 108-year-old Oshkosh woman has beaten her battle with COVID-19, and that is a huge reason for all of us to smile. Ruth Strzewski spent weeks in isolation. Her symptoms were not bad enough for her to be hospitalized, but now we're told she is doing much better. Her friend Ingrid Garrison is thankful.
Remarkably, at this age, she was able to fight through that horrible virus and is doing very well today. She's gaining her strength back and becoming the old Ruth we knew.
Unbelievable, and we are so happy. Guess what? Ruth turns 109 in February. Five Carole University students are positively Milwaukee. They each get to foster a dog from Hawes in Waukesha. The animal behavior program helps students learn, and it also gives the dogs a break from the shelter. They're going to be ready for their forever home this summer. And check them out. These new bear creatures are giving us a reason to smile. They're part of an art installation in Cathedral Square Park in Milwaukee. The message from the artists: get out and celebrate. Don't hibernate this winter. You're going to see these bears on display through the spring. He's an Oscar-winning screenwriter, but John Ridley has never forgotten his Milwaukee roots. He and his sister founded No Studios to spark creativity in local artists.
It's very real here. People are real. To the positive, to the negative, people do know who you are. And people value what you've done in your life or with your life. That, to me, is why a city like Milwaukee matters. And that's why I love coming back here, and that's why it was very important to us to have No Studios here and really try to give back and do everything we can to make sure that this community and everybody's experiences here are the best experiences that they can possibly have.
Originally, we decided to start the business here because we thought we could have a bigger impact in Milwaukee than we would in New York or LA. We really realized the extent of the social and economic inequities in Milwaukee. So then we felt an urgent need to use the No Studios platform to try to do more and more and more. So I think what started off as almost a sentimental homecoming, quite frankly, a business opportunity, turned into more of a mission.
My whole life, my career has been about communal experience. It's been about going to movie theaters and having everybody come together. When those lights go down, people are laughing together, people are crying together. So for us, it was about trying to bring communities together.
I can't wait till the pandemic is over for many reasons, but especially because we can bring people back into the space. What is so important to me is that we just exist. Just being a Black-owned business, especially in Milwaukee, it's so important to just exist by example. Without the examples, sometimes it's hard to inspire the vision. And if you have the example, I know that some people, hopefully many people, will take our idea and make it so much better and, will flourish in a different way. We are lucky that we've been invested in, because then we can invest in others. And I think that's what I would love to see for Milwaukee, is that investment in communities that have been marginalized, because it's such a gift that we can give to ourselves, because that community will then invest not only in themselves, but in everyone around them.
That's the why of No Studios, is to really take, ironically, the no out of things. No, I don't want to go there. No, I don't want to meet these kinds of folks. No, I don't think I have anything in common with them. And say, oh yeah, actually we do. Finding ways to help people achieve what they want to achieve in life, that is ultimately the most important thing.
Very true. John Ridley won our Positively Milwaukee Beacon Award, and he continues to inspire. I'll be back with how the Milwaukee Bucks are making dreams come true. Our quote this week: the time is always right to do the right thing. Sage words from civil rights icon Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a true warrior for equity. And speaking of Dr. King, the Milwaukee Bucks are working to do the right thing, making dreams become realities. Here's Sean Gallagher.
With Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day coming up, the Bucks announced a partnership looking to help people achieve something that goes hand in hand with the civil rights icon. A dream.
It was a little difficult just getting it off the ground because this was the first business I ever started.
Marcel Jackson started professionally developed his career coaching business 4 years ago. He says launching a startup wasn't easy.
You're coming from a family like myself where no one's really an entrepreneur, everyone's a worker.
To help people like Marcel, the Milwaukee Bucks announced a partnership with a company called The Lonely Entrepreneur. The program will help people of color reach their dreams.
The idea of systematic racism, it's not just somebody walking down the street and seeing the color of someone's skin. It's a lot of the foundations of capital and education and support don't exist in the Black community.
Michael Dermer's the founder of the company. He's helped budding entrepreneurs gain the knowledge they need to take their idea to the next level. And thanks to the Bucks' involvement, he'll be able to provide those services at no charge.
We both felt we could put tools in the hands of Black men and women today.
Knowledge is huge, right? I think it's probably the biggest equalizer in our entire society is education.
Arvind Gopal Ratnam with the Milwaukee Bucks says this effort won't just focus on Milwaukee or even just Wisconsin. It's something they're supporting nationwide in an effort to get 100,000 Black entrepreneurs signed up.
An unbelievable amount of inequity that exists in our community, especially those who are trying to run businesses and trying to provide for their families.
Anytime we get resources diverted to Black entrepreneurs who are in desperate need of it, I think that's a good thing for the businesses and for the community in general.
Rick Banks with MKE Black, an advocacy group for Black business, says the news couldn't come at a better time. Studies show more than 40% of African-American-owned businesses could be shut down because of the pandemic. While Rick says capital is the biggest hurdle facing Black entrepreneurs, he says this program could provide something more valuable than money.
Accounting and bookkeeping, taxes, staff management, just networking and marketing, all these are essential to maintaining and running the business.
And for people like Marcel, it gives them a seat at the table, so the next generation can benefit from what he learns.
As I learn and grow from other entrepreneurs, I'll be able to offer my services as well, share my insights so we continue to just build and grow.
Nice. And we have put more information about the lonely entrepreneur on our Positively Milwaukee Facebook page. And as always, thank you for joining us for this week's show. Have a wonderful week, and don't forget, stay positively Milwaukee.
Thank you.